Hi, welcome to my bookworm sanctuary. My name is Bianca, and today I wanted to give you some historical romance favourites or recommendations. So with these, I'm going to give you 10, and yeah. But with this, I've got Sweet Release by Pamela Clare. This one's based in 1730, and Alec is put on a boat and taken to the colonies, and he ends up on Cassie's plantation as a slave. Um, and yeah, it's just this thing where Alec is trying to prove he is who he says he is. He's no low life. There's a lot of things in this that it's just beautiful. Alex is a bit of a man of his times in some aspect. I mean, it's 1730. And yeah, Cassie is running the plantation, like I said, for reasons. But so I like Cassie and how strong-willed and just she's a boss lady. I love it. Um, there is slavery in this, so just keep that in mind. But I do like the way Cassie treats her slaves. Ugh. So yeah, look, there's stuff in this, but I don't think, from memory, there's nothing problematic. But it's been a while since I've read this, but it's really, really good. I really enjoyed every minute of it. It's actually really steamy too. Then I wanted to recommend some Stephanie Lawrence. So I've got The Truth About Love. I don't think everybody likes this one. It's part of the Sinister novels, but I actually really love this. This is with Gerard and what was her name? Jacqueline. And Gerard's a painter, and he basically is, and Gerard's basically at the beautiful home. What's it called? Hellbourne. Yeah, that's it. Hellbore Hall. Hellbore Hall. Anyway, he goes there because he really wants to paint the gardens. The gardens are like top notch, the best things since sliced bread. Really cool. Jacqueline is lovely. It's been a very, very long time since I've read this, but I don't remember anything problematic, and I really just loved Gerard and his artistic soul, and Jacqueline was sweet. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. There was some mystery aspects, stuff going on as well. And yeah, Truth About Love. And then also in the Sinister novel series is this one, all about passion. This one, like The Truth About Love, it's like book 100 of the series. This is like book 100 of the series. No, that's not true. It's like, I don't know, it's book something. And this one is like book 5 or 6 or something. Pretty step back. But yeah, so actually this one was the first one I ever read of the Sinister novels, and I'm pretty sure this is where my love for Stephanie Lawrence started. Um, so Giles and Francesca are cousins, but they're like second cousins or something. So yeah, but it happened back then a lot. Giles wants to marry or needs to marry so he can get some land, basically, that Francesca owns. And funnily enough, she has a cousin who's called Francis as well. He's called Francis or Francesca as well. I think her name's Francis. So she's called Franny. Anyway, Franny is a little... she has some problems. So anyway, Giles basically thinks he's going to marry Franny, but has this moment with Francesca, and then on his wedding day realizes, shit, I'm actually marrying Francesca. And for whatever reason, he, wants to keep her at arm's length, love's not for me, blah, blah, blah. But they've got the best sexual tension ever, and they're just... I love it. I still love this book to this day. Yeah, all about passion. Love this one. Then I want to marry. Then I want to say this one, Sabrina Jeffries, married to a Viscount. Is it Viscount or Viscount? Anyway, this one, I don't know why I'm recommending it, considering I don't remember much about it. But for what I do remember, it was really steamy, really good. Lots of angst, lots of tension. Really cool bath scene from what I remember. And yeah, I just probably should reread this again before I start recommending. But I do remember it was good. And so yeah, I'm going to recommend Married to a Viscount. Then I want to recommend Nan Ryan, Written in the Stars. This one is, again, Falk's proximity stuff. So basically, he's mistaken for someone who he isn't. He's, how to say this? The way they put it is very derogative. It's very mean. But he's basically half Indian, American Indian from what I remember. But anyway, they think of him as a savage from memory. And she's part of a circus or something like that. Anyway, he's caged, then he escapes and chains himself to her. And they go out on this cool adventure in Nevada, I think, from memory. It's been a very long time since I've read this as well, but this was very steamy. I don't remember anything problematic, and it was really, really good. I really enjoyed this. Again, I probably should reread it before I start telling you all about it, but whatever. I do remember this was fantastic. Some great scenes. Anyway, I don't want to tell you, but I really enjoyed this. And then I wanted to mention Lorraine Heath, The Earl Takes All. Cool little step back. But this one is cool. This one is, what was her name? Julia? Yeah, Julia. Julia's basically pregnant, and then her husband and his brother went on, an adventure thing, and unfortunately, as far as she knows, her husband's brother died. So she's heavily pregnant, and unfortunately she's had some history of miscarried and not able to carry the pregnancies to term. So her husband, who actually died, didn't want his wife to lose this baby. So once he realized he was dying, he begged his identical brother to pretend he's him. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of angst. Obviously, he's pretending to be his brother, and he falls for his brother's wife. And Julia starts noticing things about her husband that's a bit different, but just puts it down to, his traumatic experiences of losing his brother in Africa. I'm not sure where they went, but anyway. Earl Takes All, really love it, really angsty. I wouldn't say it's like a lot of angst where it sort of pisses you off. It's just the right amount of angst. And then I actually wanted to quickly recommend a few books that I actually recently discovered in December. So, Duchess Deal, The Duchess Deal, The Governess Game, and The Wallflower Wager. Yes, I'm aware all they're different sizes, different books, but oh well, it is what it is. The Duchess Deal. Really enjoyed this. Emma's a seamstress Ashbury, the Duke of Ashbury, is this grumpy... People are home. Sorry about that. The husband just came home, so I had to walk away for a minute. Anyway, what was I saying? The Duchess Deal. Emma and Alex. Alex is grumpy. No, not Alex. What was his name? Ashbury. Yeah, Ashbury. The Duke of Ashbury is a grumpy man, scarred from memory. And Emma is a seamstress who, yeah, they basically make a deal, the Duchess Deal. Then I want to recommend the Governor's Game. This is freaking, I really love this. This is probably my favourite out of the three. Alex, see, that's where Alex came from. Alex, or Alexandra, basically is like this watchkeeper, timekeeper. Anyway, she goes to this house where Chase is, and Chase is currently guardian of these two young girls, and they just are delightful. And the younger one is very morbid and has a doll that constantly dies and has funerals for it, and it's just priceless. But yeah, so I really, really love this one. This is probably my favourite. And the Wallflower Wager, which I think is probably the sweetest one out of them all. Penny is this slightly eccentric, animal-loving, independent sort of woman. And Gabrielle, he moves in next door and they make a wager, and he can't have all these animals just floating around because he's trying to, flip the house, renovate it and flip it and sell it off for more money. But yeah, so the Wallflower Wager. And I just read this recently. And I think it's probably going to be my all-time favourite historical. Never Seduce a Scot. Really, really recommend this. There's nothing bad about this book at all. The way she's treated is just... This book made me cry. Evelyn and Graham were sort of forced to be married because their families feud a lot, and the king or whatever he was sort of was like, you got to be married so the family no longer bickers and bitches and moans and groans, basically. So Evelyn is sort of known as touched. People think she's a little bit simple, and she's not really. She's actually quite intelligent. But Graham sort of resigns himself to the fact that he's going to be with this woman for the rest of his life, but even though she has issues, he is going to be devoted to her, and that's that. And everybody should treat her fairly and kindly as far as Graham's concerned. And they don't. And Evelyn just is trying to make a bad situation good, and yeah, this is just such a precious, precious book. Graham is just beautiful. And yeah, I really, 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 really love this. So I can't say enough. Everybody needs to read Never Seduce a Scot, definitely. So yeah, that was my 5. So that was my 10 historical romances. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you want to, or cool if you don't. And yeah, I want to thank you if you have subscribed. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you. Really, thank you for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for watching, really. me make no sense. So yeah, thanks so much guys, and I shall catch you next time. Bye.